Sad news again today. We wanted to throw up a quick video to send out our condolences. On Facebook, the news broke today. One of our own, one of the community, one of the interweb community out of San Antonio, Scott Smith, apparently the perpetrator of a murder-suicide, and has left behind 3 little school-aged children. And shockwaves right away for the folks who listen to podcasts and who engage in the online atheist community. He was known to all of us. I didn't know him, and I can't remember. I don't think we talked to him on the old show. We talked to like 200 people. I don't think he was one of them. But he had his own podcast called Recovering from Religion, and so he was an atheist, clearly, and it sounds like he came out of religion. Other than that, I don't know much. I don't want to speculate on why he did it. It's not about the rumor or the gossip. But someone brought up right away that they'd hope that theists wouldn't right away jump on the this is because he was an atheist, and all this bit like people are wont to do when something like this happens, kind of shove some blame, as many atheists do, on religious people when that kind of thing happens to them. But obviously it has nothing to do with any of that. This is somebody who was mentally ill, quite probably. I think the people who know him don't think he was an evil person, and that's the only other explanation. He was likely suffering from depression or some other mental illness, and who knows if that had gone undiagnosed or not. But the fact is that that kind of thing can affect anybody, and I myself have been in relationships where I was unable to really have the patience and the virtue that it takes to deal with people with mental illness, because it's real and it's a difficult thing, and I know firsthand what it's like to not be able to really deal with it. And fortunately for me, it wasn't the kind of situation that was going to lead to a murder or suicide, but it pointed up for me the fact of mental illness being a real thing that people have to deal with on a daily basis, and the people who live with those people are incredibly patient and should be valued and thanked for the job that they do and what they have to put up with. Because here's a guy who left behind 3 little kids now. That's just not going to imagine obviously how it affects them, but think of the people now that have to raise them. Our hearts go out to everybody involved laterally in this incident. Words can't express the shock and the horror and the grief that must be going on. And I hope that the folks that are entrusted with these kids will be thoughtful in their response to the whole thing. It's going to be difficult enough just to talk to the kids about what happened, but as is the case with a lot of us, he probably was one of the only atheists in his family, and he's likely going to have his kids raised by religious folk. And I just hope those folk will be even-minded in their assessment of the whole situation, and not necessarily respect his wishes. He would have raised his kids as an atheist, might raise their kids as an atheist, or as I'm trying to do now with my younger kids, raise them to know the truth and to understand what it is to be a learned person and a learning person, and someone who weighs all sides of all issues before making a personal decision about something like faith. Instead of holding what you believe to be true up as the truth, let them know the truth. Let them know what's real and what's not real, and what's faith and what you believe. It's great to know. Let them know what you believe if you're a religious person. Let them know that's something that comforts you, and as an adult you can make that decision. But I hope that there won't be any bashing of atheists because of this. It's a tragic situation for everybody, and I just want to express our deep condolences to the Smith family and the folks who have to take care of the kids and those poor kids down in San Antonio. That's it for that. We're going to try to put the link to the many donations and offers to set up a fund for those kids that are already coming in. Once that becomes clear, hopefully we can stick that in, maybe a link to the news article too. Again, we don't know the reason, so everybody can look at that on their own and be good. It's Christmas. Hug your family and love your kids.